Hi, I'm Bill Osmulski with the MacIver Institute here in southern Arizona, touring one of the most remote parts of the southern border. Last year, this sector was the busiest along the entire border for illegal crossings. That died down over the past couple of months, but with the pressure on in Texas, traffic here is starting to pick back up. Congressman Tom Tiffany from Wisconsin invited me along on this trip.
There is nothing like these visits to see in real time what is actually happening.
At first glance, this seemed like a quiet morning on the border. A small group of Guatemalans approached us when we first stopped.
Momento, señor español. Okay? Oh my gosh, they're all over the mountain. Look behind us.
A little while later, we ran into the Border Patrol. They apparently didn't see a thing, and they didn't seem too thrilled that we did.
I'm Tom Tiffany, Congressman from Wisconsin. Just checking it out, seeing what's happening. Did you run it through the Tucson sector? Do you have anybody escorting you? That these guys escorting you. Okay. From Tucson sector? You guys from Tucson sector?
There are any transport vehicles that will be not be docked last week.
Yeah. Prefer not to. They don't show us shit when we do it officially.
Negative.
Unless you do. So that's why we're here.
Once we entered the Coronado National Forest, it was obvious that it had been a busy night. Campfires were still smoldering, and there was trash everywhere.
We're in a migrant camp that is set up in the National Forest, and you can see the debris that's scattered all over here, the environmental degradation that's going on.
Just last year alone, migrants left an estimated 14.4 million pounds of trash along the southern border. In addition to a humanitarian and security crisis, this is also an ecological disaster. This campsite obviously did not pop up spontaneously. There are pre-positioned supplies everywhere, like this pile of firewood that someone actually took the time and care to cover with a tarp to protect it from the rain. It's no secret who's organizing all of this. NGOs like the American Red Cross and Catholic Charities, their fingerprints are all over the place. The camp caters primarily to known criminals, drug traffickers, human smugglers, and suspected terrorists. In short, people who just can't walk through a port of entry and request asylum. Camps like this assist them in evading law enforcement as they sneak into the country.
The American public should know that these so-called NGOs and organizations that are supposed to be helpful, they're actually harming America at this point.
With a little coordination, there's no need for anyone to walk far once they get across the border. The roads to and from the border are wide open. This is Arizona State Highway 286, the fentanyl freeway, a key route for drug smugglers. But you'll notice this Border Patrol checkpoint, specifically meant to stop those smugglers, is unmanned.
The amount of people that are coming through, they can't handle and they can't man. So they don't have anybody in the desert interdicting drugs, stopping the cartels, going after the scouts, trying to mitigate anything the cartel's doing out here, because everybody is doing this.
So they're all
transporting.
They're all babysitting, transporting.
Yep.
The result? 70,000 Americans are killed every year from fentanyl overdoses, and 90% of that fentanyl is smuggled across the southern border into the U.S. While Border Patrol agents manage the processing centers far from the actual border, the Mexican drug cartels have seized operational control of the border itself. Because of that, it's becoming increasingly clear to congressmen like Tom Tiffany that what was an immigration crisis has evolved into an organized crime crisis that's already spilling over into communities everywhere across the country. In Arizona, for the MacIver Institute, I'm Bill Osmulski.